In this unit, we'll take a look at future of English vis-a-vis different Southeast Asian countries, especially the ones where English is used as a second language. In Singapore, the future of English seems quite secure, and it is because of the education policy in Singapore, which is obviously in favor of English. In Singapore, we have people from different ethnic backgrounds, and because of this reason, Singapore is a multilingual country. These people who have different first languages use a language for mutual communication, and English provides that medium for mutual communication. So it is an agent. It is an agent which is used as unifying and equalizing instrument in Singapore. In the Philippines, it is said that the quality of English is declining, and it is not the same as it used to be a few years ago. Perhaps one of the reasons is the introduction of Filipino as a medium instruction as a result of nationalist sentiments in the 70s and 80s, and perhaps also because in the beginning, the Philippines had lots of Native American English teachers who came to the Philippines to teach English, and gradually the local teachers started teaching English. So perhaps because of these reasons, the quality of English in the Philippines has declined. However, there is continued demand for English in the Philippines, and to improve the quality of teaching, learning, and of the English in English language in the Philippines, lots of efforts are being made to improve teacher training, and also different testing instruments are being developed to improve the quality of teaching and learning in the Philippines. In Malaysia, we see that English is in a state of revival after the use of English was discontinued as a medium of instruction, again as a result of nationalist sentiments and the efforts at promoting nationalism among Malaysians. When Malay was introduced as a medium of instruction and the use of English was discontinued. But both the leadership in Malaysia and people generally have realized the need for English as an international language and the need for a language for international communication in this globalizing world. Therefore, in Malaysia, English is in a state of revival and is being reintroduced. In the rest of the Southeast Asian countries, for example, Myanmar, Cambodia, which have clearly socialist leanings, English is the dominant foreign language. So when it comes to learning foreign languages, these countries show a preference for learning English. In terms of future developments, we see that in Southeast Asia, there's an increasing demand for standardization of English, for international communication, and for intelligibility. To ensure that the kind of English that Southeast Asians speak is intelligible and is understood by the speakers of other varieties of English, standardization is needed. And there's a demand for bringing about this standardization in Southeast Asian English. The factors which can be instrumental in teaching and learning of English in Southeast Asia, like other countries, include mass media, of course, the overwhelming use of the internet, mobile phones, and the education system. Because English is learned in Southeast Asia as either a second or a foreign language, and it is learned through education institutions. So the education system can be very important in promoting and in the spread of English in these countries. Because of the increasing popularity and use of English in Southeast Asian countries, a diglossic situation is likely to emerge, a situation where English is used side by side with other local languages or a language. English and the other languages have reserved domains where they are used. A diglossic situation is likely to result in a language change both in the English language and also the other local languages. So in Southeast Asian countries, what is likely to happen is that there will be a high variety of English which is closest to the standard English or the native English, and this high variety of English is likely to be intelligible with other Asian high varieties of English. And there is also likely to emerge a mesolect and a basilect, the dialects which show distinctive features of local languages and which are generally used by the middle class or the lower socioeconomic classes which do not have access to better educational opportunities or better input of English because of their restricted circumstances.